everybody! I am here today with Raylene because it is Reading Rush season.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, the Reading Rush is coming close. It is from July 20th to the 27th. It is a competition, a challenge to read as much as you possibly can in 1 week. And especially right now during COVID when we're all staying home, staying safe, it's great to participate in this event and hang out with us and have a sense of community from your own home. So if you want to learn any more details, there's a link down below. But today we're going to be sharing our TBR piles.
It always works out perfectly. We always follow our TBRs.
No.
So this is very important.
I have never done my TBR pile. I don't know why I keep trying.
Yeah.
I literally don't. Now that I think about it, I don't know why
They're just so fun to make.
They're so fun to make.
It's almost like knowing that you won't read them is what makes it fun. Because you can pick
so
anything.
It's true. It's true. They're so fun to make and they're so hard to follow.
Yep.
But we're going to try. Here we go. Another year, another attempt. I guess I didn't mention, this is Raylene. We run the Reading Rush together.
Yeah.
We have a podcast together. So if you enjoy this video, you know, enjoy our back and forth banter. Listen to the podcast. But these are the challenges for we're gonna try and achieve all of the challenges.
We're always lying.
But here we go. Okay, I love the challenges this year.
Me too. They're so wacky.
I found them a bit harder.
Yeah. Especially trying to find things that like intersect.
Yes,
could be
that
hard.
was what was harder.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 1, a book that is the same color as your birthstone.
Oh, this is my favorite one.
Okay, so you go first.
So I'm born in November, so my birthstone is citrine or sometimes topaz. It depends who you ask.
Gosh.
So the color, which is nice because I could make my color be like yellow, orange,
right,
like brown or whatever.
You had more of a spectrum.
But I decided to go with yellow.
Okay.
Keeping it pure. Okay, let me just find it in my... I have a tote bag full of
because we didn't want to
books.
show each other what our lists are, so I just have my backpack.
Exactly. Okay. So the book that I've picked for this one is The Bride Test by Helen Huang.
Okay.
This is the sequel to The Kiss Quotient, which is a book I read a couple years ago and loved, and I basically recommend it for people for readathons because it's so quick and like
So wait, this is
unputdownable.
the sequel?
This is the sequel.
I didn't know there was a sequel.
It's more of a companion. I think
Okay.
it's about a character who was in the other book, but is like just a friend or a brother or something. So yeah, this one, it's yellow, and I've been meaning to read it for a long time, and since I was able to read the first one so quickly, I think this would make a great readathon book, so...
I'm excited to hear what you think, because you loved the other one so much. Well, the one I picked for this one, I think you'll be excited about, Raylene.
Oh god, I'm so excited about
So,
everything.
I was born September 27th. 1994 was the year. And, so my birthstone is sapphire. A beautiful navy-ish blue. And so I've decided to go with Department of Speculation by Jenny Awful. So I read Weather by Jenny Awful earlier this year. Is it over here?
I have
It's
it
right there. And I really enjoyed it. I had a great time with it. But the other big thing is obviously her books are so short.
Yes.
The font is big,
wow.
the margins are huge, and there's a lot of spacing in it. So it feels like not only is it the perfect blue, I feel like it's a really good blue for sapphire, but it's also so good for a readathon. Okay, the next question is read a book that starts with the word the. I actually found this one hard.
Really?
I can't believe it, but I did. I kept looking at all my books and every book I was like, what about... No.
That happened to me a little bit too. And before I get into all of my books, I've decided to make a TBR that has one for each different challenge.
You're gonna try 7 books?
Yeah, but I also found a way to make it compress into 3 or 4. So I'll talk about that at the end.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm gonna be. I chose 7 books.
Okay, I'm proud of you.
So the book I picked for this one is The Flat Share by Beth O'Leary.
That makes me want to read it.
Yeah. You know, you can always change your decision.
It's true.
We always do anyway.
We could read it together.
Yeah. This one, though, was surprisingly...
Last year we read Perks together, and that was so fun.
That's true.
Okay.
I was gonna say, this one is, surprisingly dense, though, for a romance book. If you look at the font, it's, tiny.
It is.
So I'm like,
it is tiny.
Maybe it's not the best for a readathon, but I don't care. Because I might not read it anyway.
So far you have a very romance theme happening.
I feel like that could be a good vibe for me.
Okay, what is the book I picked for the... Oh, yes, okay. I think I picked this last year and I didn't read it. Or maybe the year before that. It is The Hen Who Dreamed She Could Fly by Sun Mi Huang. So this is a book that I've had for... Oh my god, I found the receipt. Uh-oh, this will tell me exactly how long I've had it. This is a book I've had for a few years, and where's the date? Oh, 2017. That's not too bad.
Could be a lot worse.
3 years. This is a book I've had for a little while, and it is about a hen named Sprout. And I don't know. I don't really know what it is about, really. I guess I just got so excited about it that I didn't really want to spoil anything. I just want to go into it. It's a pretty big book in Korea, and it's translated fiction, and
it's short.
It's very short. It's got pictures, too.
Wow. Oh, that's a nice dog.
That's beautiful. All right. The next one is... Oh, okay. I found this one hard, too.
They're all hard.
Read a book that that inspired a movie you've seen.
Oh, yeah. This one, I didn't think I was going to be able to complete this with books I had on my shelves.
Yes, I couldn't.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Well, maybe I could have, but I wanted to read one that I was, like, really excited about, and that was good for a readathon.
Yeah, that's true. I almost picked Never Let You Go by Kazuo Ishiguro, which I've already read, but I didn't like it, and I watched the movie and loved the movie, so I wanted to reread it. But I chose something else because I feel like that one's too dense for a readathon. So the one I've selected is The Virgin Suicides by Jeffrey Genovese.
What a beautiful edition.
Gorgeous?
My God.
I love this guy. So, yeah, I have been kind of meaning to read this for a long time because I saw the movie, like, I don't know, 10 years ago or something.
I'm the opposite. I've read the book, but I haven't seen the movie.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, yeah, this is, like, the only book that I own that is a movie I have seen but not read. I guess I haven't read The Green Mile, but that one's too dang long.
Forget about that one.
Yeah, I forgot about it already.
You don't need that. Right, so the one that I want to, actually, I don't own.
Okay.
So, I guess I'm gonna have to buy it, I don't know. It is Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I know. So, I love this movie. It is such a classic, and a lot of Canadian pride in it. Michael Cera's Canadian. It's filmed in Toronto. It's great. And it's written, like, Brian Lee O'Malley is Canadian, but... Yeah, I've been meaning to read that book / that series for years, haven't, and I feel like a graphic novel I need
100%.
For the readathon. So that one I'm excited to get, and I want to get the one that's like colored.
Oh, yeah. I read the first 3 volumes long time ago. I got them from the library, and the first one was the color volume, and I was like, this is so cool, but then the rest were not colored, and I was like, no, I'm sad.
Yeah, no, that's tragic.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one, the next one was really fun for me. Read the first book you touch. So this one's controversial because there's a lot of ways that people, I think, can interpret it, can do it, which I think that's why we had fun making this one up, because it's a lot of people are going to have a different take on it.
Exactly.
And I think watching people's TBR videos is going to be a lot of fun to see how everyone does this in their own way.
Absolutely.
So how did you do it?
Okay, the way I did it was if I talk about the book, it's going to be a spoiler for one of the later challenges, because what I did is I picked, basically, the 7th challenge, I think it is. I basically picked, like, 10 books that fit that challenge.
Okay.
And then I closed my eyes, and I poked one, and then that was the book I picked, because then I was like, well, then it crosses off 2.
Yes.
If I need to cross off 2 at once. So I don't know if I should wait to talk about it until the end,
okay,
or if I should just spoil that challenge.
You can wait.
Yeah. Or, I mean, I could just say it and not say what that challenge is.
That's true.
That's what I'll do.
Do it.
It's controversial.
Live your dreams.
So the one that I ended up with was Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney.
To think, what the heck?
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Okay,
yeah. Just say it out loud.
Just kidding.
Yeah, this is one that I just picked up recently, and I kind of was wanting to read this one before Normal People, because this one came out first anyway. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know anything about it. I was gonna say I'm excited, but, like, I am excited, but I don't know anything about it. It's funny how we do that sometimes.
So far, yours are all contemporaries.
That's very true. I feel like that'll be a good time.
Especially in the middle of summer.
Yeah, that's the other thing. These are all books that, like, I had in my mind as, like, my summer 2020
That's important.
TBR, which is kind of, like, feeding into this.
Sometimes I think, and maybe this is a readathon tip for everyone out there, sometimes I feel like people try and read really different things during a readathon, and it can be too hard. Yeah. You've got to just try and, like, get in your groove. You know?
Yeah, I think this is a good groove.
Well, the one I picked... Oh, right, so read the first... I'm like, what the heck am I talking about? Read the first book you touch. So basically what I decided... Okay, well, first of all, First, I have a shelf of, like, my most recently purchased books. And I was like, okay, I'll just do a random recent purchase. Like, I want to read the books that I get closer to when I buy them, rather than having them sit for a long time. So I did it, and I touched a book, and I was like, I don't want to read that. I closed my eyes, and I did it again, and I was like, I don't want to read that either. I was like, okay, this is not working. I need a new idea. And so what I realized was, one thing that I have purchased a lot of this year and want to keep reading and actually read all of this year is books about pandemics. As you know, I've bought a lot of pandemic books. So I put all of my pandemic books out on the table, and then I kind of just went, and I filmed it, so I'll put that clip in here.
I love that.
But the book that I landed on was Into the Forest by Jean Hagglund. So this is exciting because this book I bought it because of you. 100% had never heard of it, had no idea what it was, but you talked about it so much on the podcast.
Yeah.
Check out the podcast. You talked about it so much on the podcast, and so I was like, this sounds really, really good. And I don't know if it's exactly like a pandemic book.
Not exactly,
but it's a similar vibe of like survivalist and having to
people looting stores, being alone in the woods.
Exactly.
Like, it's got the same vibe.
And I was really glad that this is the one I landed on because it's pretty small.
Yeah.
And obviously it's YA-ish, so I think that will help me read it faster.
Totally.
So I feel really good about that one.
An excellent pick.
Thank you. The next one is read a book completely not in your house. So this just means that you can read it anywhere, but not in your house.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Which is super fun.
I don't know why I needed to fix that, but yeah.
I know, right?
Hello everybody, it's Ariel from the future here to make a little note about this challenge. So when we first invented this challenge, it was before lockdown, before quarantine, before COVID as we knew it. And so obviously now encouraging people to go outside is a little different. So we got a lot of feedback from people talking about this challenge, and so we were like, yeah, you're totally right. We definitely think that this challenge can be done in a safe way, but in case you are in a circumstance that makes like achieving this challenge difficult, we are making it super flexible. So down in the description is a link to a blog post on our website, thereadingrush.com, where we talk about, we want to encourage you to hack this, to change it up. If you are in an apartment building and you can't go on a balcony or sit in your lawn or whatever, if you don't have access to the outdoors right now for whatever reason, sit by a window, listen to a YouTube like video of outdoor sounds or whatever, and that will totally count. So we really want to encourage people to stay safe. This pandemic is not over. Please stay safe. Please stay home. Please, like, social distance is the most important part. Also, in this video, we didn't yet know what the book club book was going to be because the vote hadn't gone up yet, but you all voted, and we are reading Such a Fun Age by Kylie. I should get it. Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reid is the book that we all picked. It won the vote. So this is also on our TBR piles, and so there are details linked down in the description to this and to ways to do challenge number 5 in a way that fits everyone.
This one, obviously, since it can be any book at all, I was like, what's a book that I've been wanting to read in the summertime and have had for way too long? And that book is Joyland by Stephen King.
You haven't read this?
No! This is
Why
a
do
book...
I feel like you
Okay,
have?
story time. Jesse from Jesse the Reader bought me
Yeah.
this book in 2013 and gave it to me at
no.
VidCon. And I haven't read it yet.
That's why I have a
Yeah.
memory of you and it.
Yeah. It's got words in there. Don't include that.
What's gonna be in this one?
Perhaps some words. But yeah, this one, it's like very different from Stephen King's other books, which I think is why I haven't really felt the need to read it. But one of my friends read it last year and she was like, it's so good. And so I was like, dang. It's a coming of age story with like a bit of mystery. Like, how could I not want to read that?
Yeah,
So,
no, I love the cover.
Sounds
The
like a
cover
great
is
book to read
great.
outside.
Yeah, gosh.
Yeah.
Well, for me, this is where I start to double things up.
Oh.
And the one I wanted to do all outside is Into the Forest because it's a forest book. I was like, I don't know, the outdoors.
Yeah.
I also just wanted to pick kind of a shorter one because then I can, you know, it's a bit easier.
Yeah, for
Then,
sure.
because I feel like most of my reading happens in a bed or on a couch. Although during the reading rush we're together, so I'm not just laying in bed. But maybe this year, because you're coming to my house, I will just lay in my bed.
We'll have to go out to the beach at least once or twice.
So the next one is a genre that scares you, or your least read genre. So what did you pick? I actually had a hard time with this.
This
one,
was my most difficult.
I realized that I've actually been doing a good job of trying different genres in the last year.
I figured I was able to narrow it down to 3
Okay.
least read genres, and I was like, okay, I have to pick one of those 3. My number 1 least read genre, I would say, is probably historical fiction, but I have no books on my shelf that are like historical fiction. Like, I have books that say take place in the 80s, but they were written in the 80s, so it's like not really historical, you know? It just felt wrong. So I was like, I can't do that. I can't do that. The other one is classics, and the third option is just nonfiction as a whole.
Yeah.
And so I decided to pick a classic because I have a classic that I've been wanting to read during the summer, and that is Franny and Zooey by J.D. Salinger in this beautiful, beautiful edition.
That's a great choice.
And once again, short. Seems like it could be a quick, snappy kind of read. So I picked that one.
Well, I couldn't decide. I was like, similar to you, I was having a hard time with it, and I was like, maybe I could pretend that one of these genres is like a genre I haven't read that much of. But I was like, no, what is something that I haven't? And I realized I'm going to try and do an audiobook. I haven't done an audiobook before during the reading rush.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Will it work? I don't know.
Because we'll have to just be like, don't talk to me.
I'm just zoning out. I don't know if it will work, but I'm going to give it a shot anyway. And I was thinking that one of the genres I don't read a lot of is memoir. And
those are best on audio.
Yes, and so I decided to do Jane Goodall's memoir. I know this is such a random choice, but a couple of years ago, National Geographic did a documentary called Jane, about Jane Goodall and about her work in Africa and with chimpanzees. Is it chimpanzees? Yeah, it is chimpanzees.
You're the one who saw the documentary.
I know, right? It is one of my favorite documentaries of all time. I have seen it like 5 times. It is amazing. I just think that she's so cool. And I'm like, she's written like 4 books. And I'm like, I'm a reader. Why am I not reading her book? So, so this is one that I bought a really long time on Audible and just like never listened to. So that's the one I picked. A book that is set in a different continent than the one you live in.
Yeah.
So not North America.
Not North America. Yeah, it's fun for people who live in North America because it's like you have to really go somewhere far away.
Yeah, it's true.
So my alternate pick for this one was Conversations with Friends because this takes place in Ireland.
Yes.
So that was, if I end up doubling up, that's what I'll use that one for. But another book that was in my stack of different continents.
I'm sorry, that's such a good title.
Time Cat! Time Cat by Lloyd Alexander. And this one, I thought this was the perfect pick because it takes place all over the world. This is about a cat that time travels and also travels to different places. Egypt to Japan. Ancient Egypt to Japan. So it takes place over multiple different continents. It might take place a little bit on our continent, but I don't care because it takes place in Egypt, it takes place in Rome, Ireland, Japan, Italy, Peru,
the Isle of Man, Germany, and then a bit in America. That's fun.
I thought, and for people who don't know, I collect cat books, so I need to knock some of these off my TBR.
Yet another reason you should be listening to the podcast, so you can hear Raylene constantly recommending cat books.
Exactly. But also, this is middle grade, so I feel like that's a really good thing to zip through.
That is perfect for...
Yeah.
So, you have a real color scheme going. I feel like this is the only one that doesn't fit the color scheme.
That's true. The front is yellow, though, so I'll just have to do like this.
Well, the one that I picked, again, probably it will just be this one. The Hen Who Dreamed She Could Fly, because this is obviously Korea. But I also brought The Complete Persepolis. This also starts with a the. So if I wanted to swap this one out for the one, I might do that. But obviously this is set in the Middle East. So very far away. A whole ocean away. This is a book, obviously also a graphic novel, so great for a readathon. This is a book I have been meaning to read for so long. And I am honestly at this point annoyed at myself that I haven't read it.
It's one of those graphic novels, like if you read graphic novels, you need to read Mouse, you need to read Persepolis. Like those are like the 2 that you've got to read.
Those are the like 2, yeah, exactly. And so I'm like, how have I not read this one? And like I've had people in comments on my videos being like, have you read Persepolis? And I just don't reply. I don't want to talk about my shame. But yeah, I just really want to read it. I've literally never heard anyone say they don't like it. Have you read it?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you like it?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. So
it's amazing.
Exactly. Everyone loves it. So I'm like, it's about time. So this is a really good option for my pile. So this is my little pile, but plus the audiobook memoir.
And Scott Pilgrim.
And Scott Pilgrim.
You've got a big stack.
Yeah, but like... No, I'm not gonna read. I'm gonna read one of them.
Yeah, my true hopes are to read The Bride Test because that'll be citrine. It's my yellow citrine book, and it starts with the.
It's citrine.
And then I could also read Conversations with Friends because that is another continent and the first book I touched.
Yeah.
And then probably The Virgin Suicides because that's the movie one.
Right.
And I think that pretty much...
The movie one is fun because... Well, I guess we don't have to watch the movie again, but it'd be fun to watch it during the reading rush.
Scott Pilgrim and The Virgin Suicides. What a marathon.
Also, We should watch the Into the Forest movie.
Yes, it's the best movie ever. This is the reason I read the book, is because I watched the movie, because it was just on Netflix, and I was like, oh, I love Ellen Page. She's pretty cool. That was the only reason I watched it, and it ended up being one of my favorite movies now. So.
Wow. Well, like I said, there's information to the Reading Rush down in the description as well. We have amazing merch this year that I am over the moon excited about. So if you are interested in like a cute mug, some bookmarks, or reading journal / coin, definitely check out our merch link down below. It really supports the event, and I just honestly think it's super cute. Like,
it's the cutest merch we've ever been able to do.
I am super hyped on the mug.
Yeah.
I want the mug so bad.
I want all of it.
It says reading fuel. It's just so cute. Yes, so that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and probably not you, but I will see you guys next time. Bye!